So it looks like Mojang has updated Minecraft feedback with brand new announced content, and once it makes the announced page, it's definitely coming to the game. And many of these are part of the biome updates we saw during MINECON, like the swamp, the badlands, and the mountains. So today we're going to be taking a look at what the creators have to say about their own features and what makes it unique and different. This is also even more evidence that feedback does work, and the developers are constantly looking at feedback, making it the perfect place to share your ideas. So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's video. In fact, if you're just really excited for 1.15 and the Nether update, do me a huge favor and destroy the like button for me. In fact, let's see if we can get over 15 likes in today's video. And don't forget to hashtag StealthArmy as well, because I will be liking and favoriting some of the best comments in today's video. Now let's go ahead and kick things off with the first announced feature, meaning it's definitely coming to the game, which are frogs and tadpoles, and it has 88 votes. I believe that in the swamp biome, there should be native animals such as frogs inside of that biome that hop onto land and onto lily pads. I have that idea that you could get poisoned by hitting them with bare hands and without a sword, and that you could receive frog legs once you kill a frog to give you another way to receive enchantment of leaping or any other enchantment. So we actually learned a couple new things about frogs here. We're actually going to get two mobs. We're going to get frogs and we're going to get tadpoles, which is really awesome because I know a lot of people were wondering about tadpoles. We only saw gameplay footage, which it wasn't really gameplay footage of a frog, and it's great to know that we are getting tadpoles alongside frogs. Frogs are also going to be poisonous, meaning that the swamp biome is going to be even more dangerous than it already is. The witches won't be the only mobs in swamp biomes now that can poison you. Frogs can poison you. It's going to be a lot crazier, so I'm really interested in the frogs. I hope that you'll be able to tame them. Maybe if you get a tadpole, you can have a frog as a pet. But let me know what you guys think about the frogs and the tadpoles. But let's go ahead and check out the next announced feature with 102 votes called a Mangrove Forest. Mangrove Forest is a new forest biome that exists over water. It is composed of mangrove trees and mud. This biome is mostly surrounded by small islands and forests. The water in the biome receives a turbid and brownish texture. The new mobs will include mangrove crabs and eagles. The main structure will be an ancient pyramid, which is very big, and mangrove trees grow on it. This is one of the coolest biome descriptions ever. I am sold. I love the whole idea of getting new mobs like the crabs and the eagles. We're getting a new structure, the ancient pyramid. And I'm really curious what type of loot and items we'd be able to find in this pyramid. And just a reminder, it doesn't mean we're getting this content this year or even next year. It is announced, so eventually we are getting the Mangrove Forest. Now let's go ahead and check out the next feature with 178 votes called Vultures and Undead Variants. Deserts and mesas are dreary, but there can still be more survivor mobs to give more personality to the harsh biome, like a drought-driven scavenger of sorts that could also be a fitting continuity of bird mobs. Vulture, a passive dropped item scavenging mob that spawns in daylight at the same rate of an enderman spawn in the overworld, and in groups of 1 to 4. Will snatch items dropped by the player but is weighed down by the loot, and will only rise to the higher altitudes in short bounds. Will occasionally perch atop cactus blocks without taking damage, and will sometimes follow the player's movements from their perch, waiting for an item to drop. Will also spin in circles above players that are low at health but will not attack. Drops feathers, bones, and whatever it may have stolen from the player. Zombie Vulture, a neutral undead variant that does not spawn naturally, but from infected vultures. At night, when monsters spawn, vultures will naturally attack tasty undead mobs, but can in turn randomly become infected by their retaliating prey. Has no interest in dropped items, but will defend other undead mobs or will attack if directly provoked. Drops feathers, bones, and has a slight chance of dropping a skeleton skull or a zombie head. This is really awesome. I love the whole idea of a zombie vulture. It's really unfortunate how they handled the Badlands during MINECON. There was a lot of confusion. Not everybody knew what the vulture was going to do or what it was capable of. I have a feeling that more people would have voted Badlands during MINECON if we had more details about the vultures, and including the zombie vulture, which I like the whole concept of it dropping rare items if you defeat it or if you choose to attack it. And I think it'd be really creepy and spooky to see a zombified vulture during nighttime flying around the Badlands. That would just be frightening. And I have a feeling, though, that if they showcase that during MINECON, Badlands probably would have been a little bit closer to the mountains, but let me know what you guys think about Vultures and the Badlands. Do you feel like Mojang and Minecraft could have handled that a little bit better? Let's go ahead and move on to the next announced feature with over 90 votes called Cactus, based on the prickly pear. This is a prickly pear cactus. The desert is in desperate need of more interest, and a new cactus is the best kind of new plant to add. It grows in very segmented fashion, and so would be an interesting one to adapt to Minecraft style. It also grows fruit, the reddish parts in the picture, so it would make for an interesting new desert food source. The cactus itself is also edible once you take off the spines. Maybe if you use a sword to harvest the prickly pear cactus, you get a de-spined version that you can eat, but can't be planted to grow into a new plant. Imagine it could grow similar to the chorus plant with branching segments that all have similar appearance, with the final piece growing one or more fruits. Each piece of the prickly pear can be planted in sand and grow a new plant. So I really like this whole idea of introducing a new food source. Now this is intended for the Badlands. It's no longer intended for the desert biome. The desert biome will be receiving palm trees and coconuts. So I just wanted to clarify that right there. It's a tad bit confusing. So the desert biome is not receiving this brand new cactus. It's receiving palm trees and coconuts. The Badlands is receiving this brand new cactus, which I am really happy because I always enjoy when we get new foods, and especially one that will prick you, meaning you can also use it for defense. Now let me know what you guys think about this brand new cactus coming to Minecraft. Now let's move on to the next feature, and this one is extremely popular for the Swamp Biome trailer, which is a brand new boat that has a chest on it, with 121 votes, and here's what they have to say. A simple way to add storage to boats using existing mechanics. This would be useful for transporting items across the ocean. So this is a highly requested feature that I'm surprised that they haven't even introduced yet at this point in time. I feel like 1.13 Update Aquatic was the perfect update for a boat with the chest built in, and they decided to showcase it during the Swamp Biome trailer. And it was a little confusing because if you've ever taken a boat in the Swamp Biome, you know how difficult that can be. But a lot of people want to see this come to the game. It's one of the reasons why the Swamp Biome had so much support, but it wasn't enough to defeat Team Mountains. And speaking of Team Mountains, it leads us to the final feature in today's video, which is also announced with 814 votes, called Goats. Please give us goats. Literally, that is it. There's really no description outside of please give us goats. And do goats need a description? I mean, they are the greatest of all time, and the mountains will be the next biome to receive a major update. So let me know which feature is your favorite on the list. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. I absolutely love making feedback videos, and hopefully you guys do enjoy watching them as well. So Notification Squad, y'all are the best, and I'll catch you all in the next video. So take care everyone. Peace.